The Chamber is working hard on trying to develop the population, trying to draw new talent into our area. And the biggest challenge that we're seeing is that a lot of employers want these workers to come into the area. They want them to live in the area, but the workers are having a hard time finding the homes that suit them for, what we commonly call workforce housing.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal.
The census and HUD statistics show us that in the late 2000s, housing actually peaked in terms of new construction for single-family homes, not just here, but everywhere in the United States. And then when the housing crisis struck in 2008, that the new starts on homes dropped off dramatically, and they never picked back up. And even to this day, it never reached the same height that those homes were being built before the housing crisis in 2008. And then it becomes even worse here and in other cities similar to ours, where we were taking down a lot of homes because they were blighted and needed to come down, but there was never any redevelopment. There's a lot of empty lots now, empty parcels of land, because homes were taken down and demolished and were never rebuilt.
Some of the things that we see are tied to our local job market and what people are capable of spending on homes. Typically, you don't want to spend more than 30% of your income on housing, or 50% of your combined housing and transportation costs. So making sure that our job market is providing quality employment opportunities that matches with the available housing at costs that we have available. When we look into some of the strategies on how we address this, it's working with local employers to maybe incentivize local investment in housing by providing some down payment assistance to their employees to get those employees to stay locally and not look to further out communities.
The Chamber is working hard on trying to develop the population, trying to draw new talent into our area. And the biggest challenge that we're seeing is that a lot of employers want these workers to come into the area. They want them to live in the area, but the workers are having a hard time finding the homes that suit them for, what we commonly call workforce housing. There are hundreds of jobs that are going to be coming, and possibly more than that, they're going to be coming with new development. In addition to that, we have, Ultium, which now, has over 2,000 workers, and we have Foxconn is growing, and TJX is growing. All of those home goods, all of those companies are growing, and then we have new ones that are coming, and we're talking about hundreds and hundreds of jobs, and we need to find places for these folks to live.
So next steps are going to be based around kind of this collaborative effort. We're calling it a housing consortium at the moment, where it's a central hub where we can provide tailored technical assistance to local communities and other regional organizations that are doing this important work. It's going to focus on 4 critical areas: emerging developer training programs, so that we can build a pipeline of people that are upgrading our current housing stock, as well as taking some of our strategies to develop housing in key and critical areas to make sure that we have housing that matches the needs that our residents currently need. We're going to look at zoning and policy reform, look at common sense ways to make small adjustments to existing zoning policy to make sure that our development process makes sense and is efficient and isn't putting an undue burden on people that are investing in housing. We're going to work on some financial assistance, so whether that's advocating for new tax incentives or other kind of housing investment related and finance related issues, we want to make sure that we're using all the tools in our tool belt to be able to facilitate that the best way possible. And the last piece is really leveraging land assembly. Our Port Authority and our land banks do an excellent job at land assembly already. And how can we make small tweaks to that where we're focusing intently on residential development and making sure that we have the land available for housing units to come online.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal.